Long ago, there was a word that was only ever spoken in absolute necessity. Sometimes not even for life or death, for the consequences of the utterance of this word were far greater than any individual's state could be concerned about. I will not say it, for it has not been spoken for many years. But there was a time when in a town not far from the river Thornwood there lived a man who was desperate, and he was the most desperate man in the world, for he had just lost everything. He had lost his wife, his children, his home, his land. He lost every cent he had. He'd lost his food. And by the state of his pants, he was just about to lose his clothing. And he was walking along the river Thornwood when the thought occurred to him. I've been blessed with this word many years ago as a child. The old witch in the woods, she told me a word. She said only to use it in the most direst of circumstances. Circumstances that affect not only you, but the world around you. And the man looked. But I kept my promise. I never uttered the word. Not even when my wife caught the sickness. Not even when my children drowned in the lake. Not even when the tornado came and took my house. Not then, and not any other tragedy that I'd suffered. But now, here I am. And the man got down to his knees, and he stared at the reflection of his face in the water of the river. The weather-beaten, hardened, bruised face. And now, at my hour of direst need, am I still to keep this word to myself? I don't even know what it will do. But does this affect anyone else? I can't think about that now. I must, for I fear I will die if I do not. And he had lifted his hand, and he was just about to, with all the might of his soul, scream the word towards the river when, suddenly, out of the water, a little nymph came, and she floated above the water with an unearthly grace, and landed softly, without so much as a pat, on the shore next to the man. And she looked at him. And she bat her eyes, those pretty little eyes. Tiny thing she was. Smaller than a child, but beautiful. What's this? The man about to say something that he shouldn't say. Does a man have a word of power? Does a man intend to use this power for his own gain? Oh my, what should be gained should the man decide to use this word today? Get away from me, you fairy. I have not time for this. Can't you see I'm suffering? I was given a word of power many years ago, and I have not used it, not once in my life. I kept my promise. But look at me. I'm disgusted at the sight of myself. If there was any power in the universe that could help me now, it must be this. Oh, but sir, did she ever tell you what would happen if you said the word? Did she? Hey, how do you know? How do you know who gave me the word? How do you even know about the word? Oh, I know many a thing, sir. Did she ever tell you what would happen? No, and what's it to you anyway? Well, perhaps if you knew. Perhaps if I knew. Perhaps if I knew that I would be like this by the age of 40, I'd have said that word a long time ago. Now, if you excuse me, oh, sir, I strongly advise you against this, but if you wish, I will not attempt to stop you. I'm always curious about what brings great change to the world, and this could be very well one of those moments. So, you carry on about it, but don't say I didn't warn you. And then she hopped up into the air and hopped again mid-air and fluttered and flipped and dove back into the water without so much as a splash. The man grimaced. He frowned. Stupid. Ha! What does she know? Probably just trying to get me to not say this power, to bring this power into the world. The magical folk never want us humans to have power. Well, I'll show them. And he lifted his hand, and with all the force of his soul, he shouted the word. And indeed did. He stared, wide-eyed, at the water for some time, shaking. Nothing happened. What's this? That was it? I was expecting thunder and volcanoes erupting and an earthquake. That was it? Not so much of a word at all. What was that nymph worried about? Nothing happened. The man got up. He walked away from the river. In a village not far from there, man lost his sight, and in trying to regain it, he wound up creating a device that had never been seen before. They called it the television. In a country, a distant land from this place where the man had knelt by the river, man lost his ability to run, and in his chance to find his footing, he invented the automobile. In another country, even farther than the one that was already far enough, a woman lay by the bedside of her sick husband, and in the chance to find his health again, she created a pill. And then she created another one, and another one. And then there were pills for this, and for that, and to cure this. And eventually, she began to create pills for things that weren't diseases at all. Things that people did regularly, or that they found themselves engaging in. Or pills to bring things on. Anything to make you eat, to make you sleep, to make you have all your wildest dreams. The man walked away from that river, disappointed, upset. And he wandered through the woods until, in his starvation and utter blight, he knelt by a rock one sunny afternoon, and never more did rise. And so the man passed on, never knowing what he had done to the world.